Welcome to Hay Team TV. Adam just introduced his video. He is raking in hay. Yes, this is May hay. I'm going to go on about May hay in a minute, but Charlie and I are bringing hay in and putting it away in the barn. Now, what I'm going to say about May hay is May hay can sometimes self-destruct. Those of you who don't understand what that means, it will burn your barn to the ground. Now, we have a few measures in place to avoid that, but it doesn't matter how hot it is, everyone forgets that in May the grass has got the most amount of sap in it and it takes a lot longer to dry. Now, those that are making hay at the moment, wherever you are in the country, you might have different ways, and some of you might be successful and some of you might not be. We tend to dry hay down, even this time of year with this heat, for 6 days, turn it 2 to 3 times a day, and to do everything to make sure that we have no sap left in the plant. 3 might be extreme, 2 times a day. It gets turned in the morning, it gets turned in the evening, and it has all day to cook off. Now, on that, also a measure that we have to stop it is we open the back door of the shed that the hay goes in, so it turns into a bit of a wind tunnel, which obviously helps it helps keep it cool. Other measures that are used quite often, especially down south in our way, is a lot of people leave hay out for a long time. So, you know, it's got some serious amount of time cool down out in the field, because square bales, which I'd love to do square bales, but at the moment, with the way things are working out, we won't be affording a square baler anytime soon. So everything's getting done with round bales. Now with round bales, because it's in a roll, heat can't get out the bale. Now, those of you that think about heat of grass heating up, first you've got to get rid of day heat. So whatever temperature is in the day is in the bale, if everyone's following me. So if we are baling at 32 degrees, the inside of the bale is going to be 32 degrees. Anyone want to argue that with me, like whatever, get a temperature probe and probe it. Not a moisture meter, temperature probe. So first you've got to get day heat out. After you've got day heat out, then 24 to 48 hours, your bale will then start heating up if there's too much moisture left in the bale. Now, if you have a hay dryer, which I know a few people that do, or something else, like we do it differently, and we basically turn the shed into a bit of a wind tunnel, that just helps constantly move heat. Okay? But these are all things that have got to be thought about all the time. Obviously, those of us in ag, most of us making hay know these things, some don't, but all I can say is, if you're making hay, please be careful, because it can go all wrong. We have in the past had, like, we'll leave temperature probes in bales within the stack, and then we'll go back every, like, once a day and check them for a little while. Now, you've got to keep an eye on it, because, like, anything can happen. Like, anything can happen. So, yeah, that's just me talking about a bit of hay. Not preaching to the converted. Loads of us know how to do it, but just be careful. It can self-destruct, and I really don't want to hear anyone have an accident with hay, because we've had a barn go up and it ain't fun. But on with the show. Let's see some stuff moving, eh? I tear it around through harvest all the time, you, sir or madam, will be correct. Is everyone safe like that? Yes. Why do I do it? Because we're in a bloody rush and we gotta get stuff moving. Anyway, you'll find, put pretty much everything away and wrap all the bales. It just ended up being my job years ago. Do I enjoy it? To be honest, yes I do. Does it get repetitive? Yes, it does. But unfortunately, I just probably with practice put everything away faster than anyone else. That's no dig on anyone else. I've just had a stupid amount of practice. From when it was just me and my old man doing it, to now where we've got a team which has just been demonstrated to you. It's just easier if I put things away. Also, it is nice, especially on hay, where I don't have to wrap, and I can keep jumping in and out the shed. So I don't have to just stay here, and I get to go and have a little look around. Guys, as you can see in the shed at the moment, normally I would go 3 high on the right hand side of the stack in there, where it gets the apex of the shed. But being May hay, I'm leaving it too high. Yes, I know, loads of people are probably saying if you stack them on your flats you get more in the shed. I completely agree with you, sir. But you can't get any airflow through them because you end up just blocking up the shed. As you can see, our stacks on their flats and piled up that way, we stack on around. This wasn't my idea, something I picked up from an old guy at his shed when we delivered to a farm years and years ago. But by stacking like this, especially, he did it in an old silage pit, indoor silage pit. So you boys that got indoor silage pits, he stacked in that but ripped the back wall out. Okay, I know not all pits had a back wall and you just went in, so it's more of a mound of silage, but in his he had a back wall. He ripped the back wall out, so he had wind flow or airflow going through the shed. So as you see behind me, we have a door, and there is a door in behind there which will open later on. But the biggest thing is, there's these air gaps everywhere here to let wind get through the bales, right, and keep them cool. I know that you boys saying, oh yeah, you want to get a big square baler, and just, right, I totally agree. Love a big square baler, but with the way things are in the economy and things, what's going on at the moment, it ain't gonna happen anytime soon. But yes, if you have big square bales, you can, they seem to cool in the shed easier than rounds. If you put rounds that way, you end up having a chimney effect. The one on top gets hot and the one at the bottom gets a bit dirty, a bit musky. Okay, I'm going to use that word, musky. But what I'm getting at is, with square bales, you can stack them up, and because they're in slices, they seem to release heat easier. Now, not all the time. Some of you will probably tell me they don't. But another thing with big square bales, you can adjust the density differently so they don't hold the heat in the same way. Because these are rolled, heat can't get out of them in quite the same way. And that's why we do it like this. So with that nice cool air, and if I sort of, there's quite a bit of breeze in here at the moment, like, you know, that move from here to there, you probably couldn't see on camera, but just with that amount of breeze, there's constant cool air coming through them, right? Just constant cool air. Yes, it is not, you know, top end technology. It's just something very simple, works for us very, very well. We've been doing it like this for 5 years. So, you know, cause for thoughts. But the other way of stopping round bales going up in smoke is leave them out in the field for about 12 to 14 days, maybe a little bit longer. But again, if you've got any other ways, leave a comment below, guys. But on that note, thank you guys very, very, very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this. Harvest videos are going to keep on out, but I to just keep my head down and keep editing and do the best I can. So just enjoy the footage. Also, whilst I'm on one at the moment, I'm totally on one. Too much coffee, I think. You can also find us on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and the other crap. You know what to do. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Have a great day.